Good morning. Good morning. I'm not usually on a Sunday morning. I usually try to wait until the afternoon before I start my trash talking. But I took yesterday off. She said I was waiting on this. She said I was waiting. Girl, I took yesterday off. I wasn't feeling well. And I happened to look at TikTok today and I'm like, these women have lost their damn mind. They are in the cat distribution center at work, okay? They are in my comment section mad as hell because I said women need to be held accountable for their own behavior. Every time I make videos saying that women need to be held accountable for their own behavior, they go crazy. They go crazy. They say, oh, you're so harsh. Why am I harsh? Because I'm saying that we need to look at our own behavior and see how we fit in this dynamic. I have said the exact same thing from day one on this app, that women need to really be introspective and ask themselves why we engage in certain behavior, why we center men so much. And I'm not even saying don't center men. What I am saying is when you center men, just recognize what you do. When you start attacking other women because of their position, it's because you're centering men. Just call a thing a thing. Just say, I like men enough that I am willing to put my own self-interest aside and do what's best for them in hopes that they're going to take care of me. Because that's all you're saying. That's all you're saying. And I'm okay with you saying that. I am perfectly okay with women being the wind underneath some man's wing. I'm okay with that. Baby, if that's what you want to do, you want to uplift your husband, whatever the hell you want to do, go do that. But that doesn't mean all of us are going to take that damn very, very, very fragile position. Because we know that taking the side of a man doesn't serve women. We know this. So when I'm telling women, hey, what was your part in this? It's not being harsh. It's not being judgmental. It's not being critical. It is just literally saying, what was your part in this? Did you really believe, hey, twin, did you really believe that you were in a relationship with this man when y'all were Snapchatting and booty calling? Like, did you really believe that that was a relationship? How could you believe that it was a relationship? Snapchatting, booty calling, spitting in your mouth, and putting bodily fluids in your, mouth and back and stuff. Like, how did you believe that that was a real relationship? Can a Christian and a non-Christian marriage work? No, because somebody's going to be judgmental. Christians don't know how to put their personal biases aside. They do not know how to do that. That's why they went into other countries and just decimated those other countries. So the only thing that Christians know how to do is beat people over the head with their Bible and hope that that's enough to make them submit to whatever the belief system is that they want them to believe with. And when the Bible doesn't work, they crack out a whip. But one way or the other, they are going to get you to submit to their will. Christianity has held black people down. It's held poor people down. It's held women down. So, and the system is designed to keep a certain group of people in power, and they will do whatever it is that they need to do to keep that power. So no, and it has to start working on the smallest of levels, the smallest of churches. So no, Christian people don't know how to put their belief system aside. That's it. So I don't think it'll work. Maybe there's somebody that's going to come on here and be like, oh, I'm married. I'm going to tell you when it works. When the woman is a Christian and her husband isn't. When the woman is a Christian and her husband isn't a Christian, those marriages work just fine because they just tell the woman, oh, you just need to forgive him. And he be out screwing every deaconess and prophetess and anything else all in the church. And they just tell the woman to forgive. And then she just keep forgiving because her reward is in heaven. It'll work if that's the case. I mean, y'all. I mean, was that the answer you were looking for? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sarah and Oreo. I was just hopping on because I took a break yesterday. And when I came back, there was a lot of comments about, me saying that women need to be a little bit more introspective. Actually, there were a bunch of comments, derogatory comments, basically saying, I don't like you. Like, I don't like you. I'm like, I don't care if you don't like me. You can scroll. Like, you literally can. Yes, that's a shame how men do. What? No, baby. I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about what it's a shame what women do. It's a shame that women stay in those situations. That's what the shame is. And that has been my positioning from day one. That it's a shame what women do. It's a shame when women stay in those relationships. It's a shame when women believe those lies. It's a shame when women don't engage in behavior that sets them up for success. That's really what the shame is. The shame isn't that men are going to do what men do and have been doing throughout time. That's not the shame. The shame is when women still fall for the okie doke after all this time. That women haven't figured out how to play the system. That women haven't figured out how to engage in behavior that serves them. That's really what the shame is. And every time I say that women need to look at their part in the situation, my comment section goes crazy with women saying, but it's the man's fault. How is it the man's fault? You were a willing participant in the foolishness. How is it his fault that you showed up for his lies? He done lied to you 11 times, and 11 12th, you still in the comment section crying about how he treating you. Man, we don't want to hear that anymore. You need to look at your part in the relationship. What did you do? Why are you believing it? Not what did you do as in what you did wrong, because a lot of women, that's what they hear. What did you do wrong? No, how were you complicit? I always use the analogy of robbing a convenience store. One person robs the store, the other one drives the getaway car. The getaway car person talking about, well, I didn't have the gun. I didn't hold up the cash. I ain't get no cash. I didn't hold up the clerk. Ma'am, you drove the car. You are just as complicit. Y'all are both going to jail. But women want to be the driver of the car and act all ignorant like they don't know what's going on, and they dollar bills flying out the window. Ma'am, you see this money. You saw this bag of cash. You know it came from somewhere, but you don't want to be a part of it. You want to spend the money, but you don't want to be responsible when the time start getting handed out. Okay? Read what can the Bible teach us. I'm not reading shit. Let me go ahead and block you. Do I look like I'm about to read the damn Bible? Block. Shame on those ones who do not set ourselves. Real talk. That is my point. But every time I say it, like literally in my comment section, I just did 3 videos, one of which I wasn't sure if I was going to do. But I just did 3 rebuttal videos because every single one of the women came in and was like, you're too harsh. I'm too harsh for telling women the truth. Like, I'm the one that's too harsh for telling them the truth. They're out here getting their hearts broken, having a bunch of babies, ruining their lives, believing a man. But I'm the one that's harsh for telling them the truth. There was nothing harsh in my video. I literally said, y'all don't know the difference between these 2 types of relationships, and as a result, you end up being hurt. But the women came in and attacked me and said I was being too harsh. I was being too harsh on them because they didn't know any better. Like that makes sense. Like that, just because you are ignorant of how something works, that does not mean that somebody has to come in with kid gloves and explain it to you. It's so weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that part is so weird that they think that somebody with kid gloves. One lady said, your opinions are judgmental. Yes, ma'am, they are. They are very judgmental. They are very judgmental. In some aspects, they are very, very... Hey, Rick James. Hey, Miss Reader. Who? Am I married? Miss B, are you asking me, am I married, or the people that are leaving the comments married? Which one? Provide a little bit more clarity for me, please. They want you to sugarcoat the truth. No, I'm not married. I was married for 22 years. And my husband met someone else, engaged in behavior that I felt was inappropriate. And I said, we're getting a divorce. That's what happened. And people always ask me, you know, was he seeing her? Was he sleeping with her? My delivery does not matter. Let's be clear about that, Swig. My delivery does not matter. Y'all want to tone police the truth. Y'all want the truth wrapped up in rainbows and unicorns to make you feel better. And that's not how the real world works. That's just not how the real world works. And if you don't like my tone and you don't like my delivery, no, he's not with her now. You can go find somebody else that's going to make it nicer for you. That's the beauty of TikTok. It's 1 billion people on here. You can find somebody whose delivery matches your softness. This is not going to be it, though. So, but when he engaged in this behavior, I didn't get a lot of detail. I did call her. She talked slick to me. I said, this is all I need to know. Go be with her. Go be with her. Because if you are engaging in any kind of activity with some random from the street, some little street urchin that's going to be disrespectful to me as your wife, you need to be with her. And that was the end of the relationship. Sir, speak for yourself. What I don't need is for you to come in on my live and tone police me. You go to your live and you go on your page and you present information in whatever manner you deem appropriate for you and your audience. But coming over here trying to tell me what I need to do is just going to get you blocked. Just know that. Was this the first time he did it? It absolutely was the first time. It absolutely was the first time. And so I'm not on this app talking about something that I didn't do. The first time he engaged in behavior that was disrespectful to me, a blatant disregard of my feelings, my family, what we were trying to build, our future. The very first time he engaged in that behavior, I said, you can go. That was the end of it. I'm not dragging no man to counseling to convince him that I am worthy. If you cannot see the inherent worth, some outside party is not going to be able to help you either. And that's really what it boils down to. And if more women took this positioning, men would behave better. Because they would be like, yo, I only got one chance at this. If I mess it up, I know that I got to start all over. But too many of us sit around and ignore the obvious because you want to drive that Mercedes. You want to live in that big house. Or you use your children as a crutch and say, oh, I want to keep my family together. No, being in a home that's dysfunctional, we already know, is more detrimental to the children than being apart. We already know this. So you're not staying together for the children. You're staying together for some other stuff. And we need to address what that other stuff is and stop acting like we doing something for the kids when we fucking the kids up even more. So, I'm like this now. Have you found somewhere else in your life? Ma'am, what you asking? What you asking, Miss B? You're centering men, and I don't do that. I don't have an issue finding men, if that's what you're asking. I have not had an issue being in relationships, both long and short term, if that's what you're asking. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. Be very clear about your question, okay? Be very clear. I will answer your question, but be very clear. Lifelong marriage had to be cut short after 22 years. That's what I'm scared of happening. Then don't cheat on her. Don't be in the street with other random scallywags. It won't be an issue. I don't understand why that's an issue. Have you found your person? I found people. I'm not the type of person that believes that there's only one person for you. And see, if you believe that, you set yourself up for a life of failure. I believe that there are a lot of people out there that I am compatible with. It's just a matter of me making the appropriate assessment of those relationships. And I talk about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? That you have to figure out what is your lane, stay in your lane, and then find somebody appropriate for you in your lane. But too many of us don't do that critical self-assessment. And y'all listen to these internet dating coaches that be like, oh, he's the one. Ma'am, I done found the one for right now, the one for 6 months. Hell, I was with one for 22. And then he left. And now I might find one for 2 hours. It just depends. Like, y'all sit around with these kind of belief systems that don't serve you because they are centered around men. You see what I'm saying? Say, hey man, Mike thinks we're going to be friends. Me and my ex get along great. And I say this all the time. Me and my ex get along great. When you have clear boundaries, I promise you, people treat you differently. When I established that boundary, I was like, oh, this relationship is over. What lesson are we getting today? Scoop, my lesson is I need women to be introspective. I think that's my lesson every day because it gets rejected because of the cognitive dissonance. Every time I make any kind of video saying that women need to be introspective and try to figure out what was their part in the relationship, all they ever say is, what about the man? Man, what about you listening to that man's lies? He lied to me. Yeah, but you stood around for 20 odd years listening to the lie. Was he caught off guard? You saying it was over? Hell yeah. Because I think that he would have rethought his positioning if he thought that I was going to leave. But he thought 22 years in, there was no way that I would just up and leave. I ain't asked no questions. People ask me all the time. They be like, well, how, 30 days? It was 30 days. It really wasn't even 30 days. It was really about 2 weeks from the time he met her until at the time I figured out what was happening. I confronted him. Then I confronted her because her number was on our phone bill. 2 weeks after that, he was out of the house. So it was about 30 days for the whole, from the time he met her to the time that we were over. And so, no, I don't think he expected that. I think he expected to creep around and that I was going to turn the blind eye. And girl, you know men change. That's why I say women have to look at their own behavior. The moment he changed, the moment his routine changed, the moment he was staying a little bit later at work, the moment that he wasn't returning my calls or answering my calls, the moment it changed, I was like, what is going on? What is going on here? And all these motherfuckers talking about don't go through his phone. Ma'am, I went straight to that damn phone bill. When I saw those numbers, I knew what was up, and then I called her. Bitch, who are you? You need to take that up with your husband. Okay, that's everything that I needed to know. I'm going to take it up with her and him, and y'all can go be together. Good luck. I'm not playing these games. All men are not the fault of broken marriages. Who said that? Afro, you just in here commenting on just random ass shit because ain't nobody said that. In your small town, he thought you wouldn't know. Actually, he was cheating with somebody in another state. So, I did that and he was just hanging. I'm not sure what that means. But my point is, regardless, at the first sign, I said, what are we doing here? A lot of y'all would be, was he in Limerick? Shit, not listen, not my monkey, not my circus, okay? I don't care if he was in limerence, in love, in fucking acid. I didn't give a shit. You out talking to some random scallywag in the damn streets, go be with her. I didn't care. See, y'all worry about the wrong shit. You see what I'm saying? And I understand that you look for justification and you try to figure out, what would cause him to do this? Why did he do this? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't care. The bottom line is, if you are engaging in inappropriate behavior with some random scallywag, go be with her. Go be with her. Because what I'm not going to do is give you 20 years of my life of supporting you, being there for you, putting my shit on hold for you to talk to some little random street urchin. And I say that because she was in Florida. So some little, that's right, little scallywag. If you think that for 1 second that behavior is okay with me, you have lost your mind. Go be with her. Under no circumstance am I going to do all the shit that I did for you and then stay while you entertain other randoms. I'm not competing with randoms in the street for my man's attention. You want that attention? You need to be in the street. Send me my checks. Send me my checks. I will be just fine. And then when he got out there, the sea urchins and scallywags want no damn fun. Are you hurt behind what? Why am I hurt? Why would I be hurt? Why would I be hurt? Shit, hell no. Them checks hit my account the 1st and the 15th. I'm not hurt. Do I look hurt? Like, baby, look at me. I ain't even trying to be funny. Am I in here sounding like I'm hurt? When I hit these streets, baby, looking like this at 52, I got young men, middle-aged men, old men trying to holler. What? Hell, I hit these streets and had nothing but a good damn time. I had to slow down. I said, I'm too old for this. I can't hang. Shit, I started dating a little 30-year-old. I said, woo, child, I forgot. Would I write a book? Honey, I got too much debauchery to write a book. Too much debauchery. Too much. Hell, I got some debauchery going on right now that I will never admit to. There's nothing to write about. What I did was nothing extraordinary. Would you ever take them back? Oh, I never spin the block. I never spin the block. Y'all spin the block because y'all keep hope alive. Y'all are like Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition from back in the day. Y'all keep hope alive. I don't keep hope alive. Hope died. I never spin the block. I have never. Nope, he's not married. He's in a happy relationship though. I have never gone back to an ex ever in my entire life. When it's done, you gone. You gone. Was it his first time cheating? I don't know. You know how that go. If you can hide it from me, shit, you good. If you can hide it, we ain't talking. If you can hide it and I don't know what's going on, I ain't looking for it. But Lord knows, if you bring it to me, I'm going to ask you about it. If you smart enough, if you with a man, let me tell y'all something. Now, this is the God's honest truth. If you with a man and he's smart enough to hide the cheating from you, and you don't have a fucking clue, you don't know what is going on, that's a good man. That is a good man, because most of them are too damn dumb to do that. That means that he loves you and he wants to be with you. If he hiding it, you have no fucking clue, and you find out years later that some shit happened, you just need to let that shit go. Whoever told you that shit, you need to slap the hell out of them and be like, I'm mad at you for telling me, okay? Because if he can hide it, he loves you. Because most men are not going to try to hide it. They're going to hope that you find out so that you can leave them. That's what's going to happen. Or they too stupid to figure out what's going on. One of the damn two. They either want you to leave or they too stupid to cover their damn tracks. And if they too stupid to cover their tracks, you don't need to be with them because you're going to end up hurt in the long run. Happy Sunday, Ruth. Or until somebody gets the STD or he might have another kid. That's right. If he too stupid to hide it from you, he's too stupid to shield himself from all of the consequences that come with stepping out. Now, if he hiding it from you, you don't have a clue. You riding around in your Mercedes dripping in ice and you happy, baby, keep living. Keep living. But the moment that I suspected that something else was going on, counseling, no, I ain't trying no damn counseling. What the fuck we gonna go and talk to a counselor about? Ma'am, he out in the street talking to some urchins and my feelings are hurt and I just want to express this to him. No, he knew that my feelings were going to be hurt with him talking to them damn scallywags, Floridian fucking street urchins. He knew that shit and he did it. Divorce. There, what am I gonna say in counseling? I'm gonna get in counseling and say all of this crazy shit. What are we gonna say? Cause I'm gonna call her all kinds of names. Whoever the hell she was, I know her name. I'm gonna call her all kinds of names. I'm gonna talk trash to him and cuss his ass out. And then the counselor is just gonna be like, "Ma'am, y'all need to be divorced. I don't think that there's any hope for this." No shit. I could have told you that coming into this shit. Okay. Most men cheat because of childhood trauma. Don't give a shit. Who cares? I don't care why you cheating. I do not care if it's some childhood trauma, adulthood trauma, past life trauma. I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. Girl, bye, you fake. Who fake? Which part is fake? These are not fake. This story is not fake because you can scroll back to, this is 2023. I think I got on TikTok in 2020. Scroll back to 2020. You'll see this is my story. That's how you feel about black men. I haven't said anything about anybody being black. Who said anything about being black? You making an assumption that my ex-husband is black. You just in here projecting all of your shit. My advice is that you stop cheating on your wife because you coming in here talking about a whole lot of stuff that ain't nobody said. You projecting your childhood trauma on this conversation. Because ain't nobody said nothing about black men. Ain't nobody said nothing about black women. The only thing that anybody has said is just in cheating in general. The words coming out your mouth, I don't understand what that even means. She good. I've been listening a while. He tripping. Hit him with the pockets. That's right. Listen, we built that shit together. It was half mine. Give me my money and then go ahead and be with whoever you want to be with. I don't care. Like, I'm not sitting around. And the women that come in here and be like, this not true, I don't believe this. Them are the women whose man is cheating on them right now. Those women that come in here mad at me, their man cheating on them right now. Okay? Their man got another woman right now. And rather than being mad at themselves, they're mad at me because I said I'm not going to do this no more. Thank you for the rose. That's what it is. Instead of just sitting and being quiet and listening and saying, maybe there's another way to do this where I can keep my self-respect and my self-esteem intact. They would rather come in here and start attacking me, telling me what did or did not happen, when all you can do is scroll back on any video ever that I have made, because I done told this exact same story the exact same way for the last 3 years. Y'all don't hear me talking about black men. Y'all never hear me denigrating black men because I love black men. Y'all hear me talking about that redwood all the time. I didn't say you were attacking me. You got issues. Kingdom builder, you got issues because I wasn't even addressing you. That's why I say you really need to go look at somebody peel an egg or something, because I haven't said not one thing about you. You done accused me of talking about black men and I ain't said nothing about black men. You have accused me of attacking you. I ain't said nothing about you. In fact, I was talking about the women that come on here and attack me. You got some shit that you need to go address. You need the counseling. You're the one that need the counseling because I haven't said anything about you. And I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. Clearly, you're not a positive person. Again, it's not what it is. Girl, I know. I'm about to put him out before he been unreported my damn live or something crazy. He out. He blocked. Girl, he blocked. He blocked. And if that other chick come in here saying one more thing about I'm lying, she gonna be out of here too. Because I know her man somewhere cheating on her right now. She probably mad that I'm on this live talking about it. Go watch them peel an egg, okay? Please. Or whatever they doing. I saw somebody cutting some logs the other day, and I swear I watched them cut them logs for about 15 minutes. I was like, woo, how they not cutting their hand? I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I saw somebody packing some toothbrushes one day. I watched them pop them pimples. That's right. There are a whole bunch of content on here that you can go watch and get soothed. It's repetitive and it soothes your brain rather than coming in here telling me I'm talking about black men and I'm lying. Because I'm not. But it just goes to show you, listen, a lot of women cheat. A lot of women cheat. Y'all want to come in here and talk about men cheating? Women cheat too. Women, you think women out here just virginal holding on to their Bibles and praying in their prayer closet? Is that what y'all is? Do y'all really believe that? Do y'all really think that these men are out in these streets? Hey, Raindrops, do y'all believe that these men are out in these streets and these women are just sitting at home crying, rocking with their Bible and praying? Ma'am, they out doing what they do too. Why you think they stay? Why do you think they stay? The man cheating, they looking at what's going on, say, oh, you gonna be in these streets? Okay, Mr. Willie Earl, you going, because he going out the front, Mr. Willie Earl creeping in the back. What? Y'all think women just staying and they not getting anything out of it? Low vibration people cheating, looking for validation. Hey, I done had some high vibrational debauchery. Come on now. High vibration debauchery. All right. Some of the best I ever had, but it was show rooted in a bunch of foolishness. I'm just saying. I love to pick behind. Thank you. And it's like a real painting. It's not like a print. It's a real painting, which is probably why people say that, because it pops. Let's go ahead and block Kenneth talking about, or whoever said can I come eat your cookies? Block. Let's go ahead and block him. So I'm just saying. My thing, y'all are not going to hear me talking about black men. Y'all will never hear me talking about black men unless it's in the bigger picture of what is happening in the discussion. Y'all are not going to hear me denigrating black men, because I love black men. I love them. I absolutely love them. See, I understand. Like let me just say I have a different, because I don't want to make it seem like my understanding is better. You can't attack women's delusions. That's the truth, because they come after me every time. I have a different understanding about how black men exist in the world and why they exist the way that they do. I just have a different understanding about it. And I have a different understanding about my people. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to hear me talking negatively about black men, about black men, unless I put it in the context of the discussion that we're having. See what I'm saying? Just like I'm not going to do it. I don't denigrate black women, but I do hold black women accountable for their behavior. The problem is, every time I say that black women need to be held accountable for their part in the situation, they attack me. They call me old, ugly, angry, judgmental, bitter, fat, and I'm probably missing some more adjectives. Hold on, let me go to my comment section. All I got to do is look at the videos of the day, because I'm sure that they're there. Hey, Big Brain, what's up, girl? Okay. They love to talk trash about me. Every time I tell a woman that she needs to look at her part in the situation. And then when they ask me about my part, and I be like, I left. I left. Then they say, well, that's why you ain't got a man. Like, what? What? Yeah, you can have a man that's going to disrespect you. Have women all over the internet talking about, that's her man too. Or you can have you just have to decide what you can live with. That's it. But most of y'all, I'm not even going to say most of y'all, a lot of the women that are in my comment section angry, they're not getting anything of value, and they're going 50-50 with a man on the bills, and he taking his 50 and spending it on another woman. When they can just leave, put him out, and live a much better, simpler, happier life. But it's not centered around men, and a lot of women don't know how to have a life that is not centered around a man and his chaos. That's what it is. Somebody said, who said, real talk, I think people get angry just because you make it make sense. Yeah, it's really hard to argue against. Oh, people, honey, do you have any idea the number of people that were upset with me for not staying and suffering And the reason that they wanted me to stay and suffer is because they stayed and suffered. And they are looking at me like, how dare you leave when I endured this? Everybody should endure this. I was taught that this is what women do. And so every time I say, oh, I left, they're just kind of like, but why did you leave? How did you leave? Where did you get the strength? The strength to leave? It takes the same amount of strength to leave as it does to sit in that misery. In fact, it takes more strength to sit in that misery and disrespect. I couldn't do it. Like women that stay with a man that is cheating on them, actively cheating on them, baby, y'all stronger than me. Y'all stronger than me. Because I got 9 little friends that's going to show up and help me in all of this. And so since I don't want to go and meet Barney Fife, and it was Barney, and who the hell was it with Barney? Since I don't want to, down in Mayberry, since I don't want to go meet them too, I have to manage my behavior. Andy and Barney, that's right. So y'all gonna have, for y'all young people, y'all might not understand what I'm talking about. But for the old heads in here, they know exactly who I'm talking about. Barney Fife and Andy. I don't want to go see them. Because if I had to stay in that type of situation, that's what would happen. So all of y'all sitting around in that misery, y'all way stronger than me. I couldn't do it. Y'all better than me. After I heard you bring up, I was giving them a lot of credit. You got to be careful, preach these conversations once they think I'm crazy. Why I'm going to stay with a cheater? That's right. Why we going to stay with a cheater? I ain't doing it. Listen, I tell everybody, user 969, I'm going to need you to get you a real name. User 696675432. Get a real name. But love your point. I love your point. When you leave those toxic relationships and you don't have a man sucking the life right out of you, I'm going to tell y'all about this lipstick because it ain't nothing special. I promise you. I tell y'all the exact same thing every single time and nobody ever believes me. It is, hold on. Child, y'all, I promise you, y'all be thinking that I'm old school, so I don't be doing fan. This is what it is. A black liner that I got from the dollar store. I promise you it was like 99 cents. Or it might be, $1.50 or whatever. But it was incredibly cheap. It is a multi-purpose eyeliner, okay? And yeah, I'm telling you, I'm simple. Eyeliner, brow liner, lip liner, okay? And the health specialist, cosmetologist, gonna tell you don't use the same one on all three. I'm cheap. Boom, boom. Okay? And then the lipstick is matte, and I done had this lipstick. Let me tell you which one it is. Lord, it's so old, it don't even have the thing on it. But I'm gonna assume it's Ruby Woo because I only buy one color, Ruby Woo. So it's red. All of my lipsticks are red, y'all. Every lipstick I pull out, red. This lip gloss is red. It's the same shade of red. Same shade of red. Random ass. They're just all random ass red lipsticks. Okay? Like they literally are pretty much the same color red. So when y'all be like, what color is that? And I'm like, red. I'm not being funny. I'm telling you, they all just red lipstick with a black liner. And that same liner I use everywhere. Thank you. Listen. I've been wearing this since, I promise you, since I started. You can go back and find pictures of me in high school. My makeup look exactly the same. I'm not doing all of that complicated eyeshadow shit, contouring, baking, whatever the hell it is. I'm not doing any of that. So I'm an old lady. I'm going to stick with what I know. She said I love, now I do like Lip Bar. I have bought a couple of their shades. I did not like their red. So, but I'm just telling y'all about, how and the thing is, listen, I'm just telling y'all how I see life. I'm not trying to tell anybody to live their life. It's hot in here. I got to go turn on the air. But I don't like getting up during my lives because I try to keep my body as not visible as possible, to be honest with you, because men are crazy. So I would have to shut this down, but because I got a big old ghetto booty and I don't like for them to see it. But anyway, I'm not trying to Good. Okay, good. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm not trying to tell anybody to live their life. I'm not trying to tell anybody what they should or should not do. What I am trying to tell people is to take a long look at your behavior and figure out how you can structure your life so that it benefits you most. That's all I'm trying to do. I really don't care how people live their life. If you want to be in a transactional relationship where you get with some old decrepit ass rich man and he paying all of your bills and you being cute for him, I don't care about that. Do that. But then don't turn around and come cry to the rest of us when he trades you in for a younger model. Like, that's the part that doesn't make sense. Somebody said, pause your live to turn on your air. I almost sweated out just a little bit. I got to get off here. I got some work to do. I was down yesterday. I was sick yesterday. So I got a lot of work I got to do today. It took me forever to get that damn TikTok shop. It took me 2 days to get TikTok shop set up. So TikTok shop is actually set up through Southern Elegance. And then I here am an affiliate of Southern Elegance. And it took me quite a few days to get it set up. And I didn't want to put my real company with this account just in case I get banned. So I was like, let me not do that, because these angry old biddies they keep reporting my account whenever I say stuff that they don't like. They go and report me. And I just be like, what are you reporting? You mad that I said leave your cheating husband? You mad that I said that you're not in a real relationship? You mad that I said that you got the reading and comprehension of a damn 5th grader? Is that what you mad about? Because if that's it, that's just the truth, and they not gonna ban me for that. You just need to get mad, glad, happy, and sad, and get over it, because that's what's gonna happen. In fact, I made a video today. I told a woman her username was Kojic Love, Kojic, okay, like the religion. And so she made a video basically saying, go ahead, sweet baby, I'm going to answer. She made a video said, everything about you rubs me the wrong way. I told her she needed to take that to the altar and pray on it. Don't bring it to me, take it to Jesus. Woo, child, you talking about somebody mad. She left a bunch of comments in my comment section. A bunch of them. I was like, you need to take that to Jesus. That's between you and the Lord. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They can't afford to leave. And listen, if you with a man and you can't afford to leave, that's your own fault. That is your own fault. 100%, that is your fault. If you cannot afford to leave and find decent housing, you might not be in the same kind of house that you are in with 2 combined incomes, but if you cannot afford to leave at all, you cannot afford to pay a bill, that's your own damn fault. And I just don't have sympathy for women like that. I really don't. Not in 2023. Now, if this was 1970, I'm going to have some sympathy for you. 1980, I might have some sympathy for you. But once it hit the 20s and you not working, you not trying to find a way to have your own money, you ain't got a secret stash, I don't have no sympathy for them women. Now you just want to cry for no good damn reason. The other thing is this. If you with a man and he leave and he ain't got to send you no money, and you been with him 20, 30 years, and he leave and he ain't got nothing to leave you, baby, that's your fault too. Because there's no way in hell I would stay with a man that's not building something. I'm not working, and he's not building enough to take care of me in the event that he dies or leave me. Again, in 2023, I don't have no sympathy, because we know how this works. I'm not sure of the artists, because I've had that painting for a very long time. And I got it from some art kind of place years ago. I left because of the disrespect too. Talking about you a mom or wife, who's paying you for that? Him? I'm not sure I understand that. There's a housing crisis going on across the country. I agree. All the more reason. If y'all think that this housing crisis is just a random ass event that's occurring, you're sadly mistaken. If you think the job market is how it is just on some random ass event, you're mistaken. If you think the attack on Roe versus Wade is a random ass event, you're sadly mistaken. What's happening now has happened all throughout history. And a part of it is to make sure that there's a class of people that stays exactly where they are. And so if you are not aware of your surroundings in 2023, that you have nobody to blame but yourself. If this was 1965, I get it. You might not understand how all of this plays together because you're not a part of the class that controls the economy, or you're not a part of the class that pushes the Christian ideology. But in 2023, if you're willing to take the risk that you're going to put all of your eggs in a basket of a man, then you kind of get what you get. So it doesn't matter if there's a housing crisis, a job crisis, or whatever kind of crisis. You see what I'm saying? You are putting yourself in a position that is at a disadvantage. And that's why a lot of y'all can't leave. Capitalism absolutely needs a poor working class to thrive. They do. And they need a group of people, in particular women, to pop out them babies, to keep the working class populated literally with people. Okay? And this is just what it is. And so when you come in here and then you put all of these platitudes, oh, this is going on. You think black women haven't had a hard time finding affordable housing all throughout history? Yes, we have. All the more reason that we should be extra cognizant about the behavior that we engage in when it comes to relationships. Fed up, but we have 7 kids. Don't get me started on the kids. That's a whole nother conversation that I've had, because there's absolutely no reason for anybody to have that number of kids in this day and age, because we know the effects of having a lot of babies. I'm 52, okay? I got 1 kid. I had that 1 kid when I was 40. So we're talking about how women need to be held accountable for their own behavior. That's what we're talking about. To include having too many babies, to include being with men that don't, build anything, it's just a lot. So I'm just saying, no more than you can afford. That's it. That's what I'm a firm believer. You have the number of children that you can afford on your own, on the off chance that he leaves. I had 1. That's all I felt comfortable with. And I didn't have that 1 until I was 40, and we had been married 12 years at that time. And so when women get on here and start talking about their situation, and it's I'm not advanced. This is not advanced. I'm 53. There's nothing advanced about what I'm saying. This is old shit. This is old shit. My daddy told me this. My daddy told me this. This is some old shit. So when women get in here and start complaining about a situation that they created with a man that they chose, with babies that they had, I'm like, ma'am, you did this. And then they get mad at me and be like, I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone. I don't like how you talking to me. I'm 52. I'll be 53 later on this year. Okay? So that's what happens every single time. I'd be like, well, why you have, 3 children? Not that having 3, there's anything wrong with having 3 children, but why did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Why did you do it? Why are you staying with this man if he treats you like this? Why are you staying with a man that continues to, not grow? And if he doesn't grow, why aren't you doing something to grow? If he's trying to keep you from growing because he's not growing, why do you allow yourself to stay in that? Like, these are the questions that I'm asking women, and they get mad at me for asking the question and then be like, I don't like you. Ma'am, you don't like me? Or you don't like yourself. You don't like the situation that you're in, and I'm putting a spotlight on that situation. Like, what is it? Because I don't have a dog in this fight. This is your life, and I don't give a shit really one way or the other what happens in it. You're blessed. My dad was not involved. I learned the hard way. I agree. But girl, my daddy. Listen, whenever I tell stories about my daddy, that baby, my daddy was crazy. Okay, he was there, but I'm glad he was there. Are you asking because you want to help? What is it? Why is it your business? Ma'am, if you pop in on my page and start talking to me about your problems, or you drop in on my comment section and comment, you have just made it my business. Because I promise you, if you scroll, I will never know you. So when you come in here and talking about, are you asking because you want to help? I'm not asking anybody a damn thing. Y'all coming to my page asking me. And then when I start talking to you about your shit, that's when y'all get mad. And so your little passive aggressive comment talking about, am I trying to help? Do you think that I'm doing this for shits and giggles? I'm telling motherfuckers what they want to hear. Don't tell me to relax. Man, okay, you block. Who the fuck are you telling me to relax? Here, you go relax. Watch them eggs. That's what you do. Watch them peel them eggs and saw that wood and whatever the hell else is on the next live. Go watch that shit. Telling me to relax. I don't do passive aggressive. I keep telling y'all, I respond to passive aggressive with aggressive. Because that's what y'all do in the real world. Y'all come to people and y'all try to couch shit like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, shit, you about to get blasted. I'm gonna meet your passive with aggressive. I'm just saying. They better go. They better watch a video. I just made a video saying I'm a petty bitch. Like it's like 4 videos back. I said I am petty, and y'all best go. Y'all might want to go watch some of them nice people because I am not her. I'm gonna put you on blast. Any solution for the lady? What lady? Did I miss a question? And then the thing is, how you going to ask me, am I trying to help, when all I do is put out informational videos for free? And I have free workshops that help women like redesign their whole life and change their whole thought process based off of science and mathematical concepts, psychological, scientific, mathematical concepts. You know what I'm saying? Like really advanced concepts. Man, they better get the hell out of here. It's a legit question. What's a legit question? You're here to talk about what people are sharing. You're entertaining, but what's the solutions that are being offered? I have been on here talking for about 30 minutes. Are you trying to tell me you did not hear not one solution? You didn't hear me give not one piece of actionable advice. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because if that's what you're trying to say, that you have been in this conversation, if you just got here, then you need to be quiet and listen. And I'm not even trying to be funny. If you just got here, y'all need to be quiet. And I'm not even trying to be funny because this is what you do. Ruth said, ouch. What's ouch about that? If you just got here and you're trying to learn, then be quiet. Listen, see what's happening. Don't just come on and say what you trying to do. I think I got like 1,000 videos on my page. Go watch one of them before you. And I think in the heading, it's got a free workshop. Like literally when you click on my profile, I'm almost positive I have a free workshop. Yes, Next Challenge the Blueprint, a free workshop. So when you come in and ask me, do I have solutions? And I'm providing nothing but solutions in video after video after video, and I'm providing free workshops. The only thing that you need to do is shut up and listen. I ain't even trying to be funny. Exactly, read the damn room. A job on education, stillbirth, block. She getting blocked. Let me block her. She talking about, am I providing education on stillbirth? She said birth control. Let me block her. Because whatever she talking about is not my realm. That's like saying, are you going to show me how to fix a car? I don't know nothing about fixing no damn car. A Jezebel spirit. I tell everybody, I got one of them. I'm full of Jezebel. She one of my favorites, her and Lilith. So when y'all come in here talking about that, Jezebel, what's the other one? Lilith, they kicked her out the Garden of Eden. Them insults don't mean nothing to me. They don't mean nothing to me. The only thing that was happening was you being nasty. You just saying that because you came in here with your passive aggressive behavior, and then when you got called out, you got mad. Somebody said, I can tell you were a teacher. I was a teacher for 22 years. I was a teacher for 22 years. And that's how students would do. You be teaching a whole lesson, they come in late and then be like, I don't understand what's going on. Well, that's your own fault. That's not anything that anybody else did. I just kicked out a bunch of people. BS Smart 3R said, what's going on? I blocked a bunch of people. They can go watch them eggs. It's funny ignoring passive aggressive people and not caring about their signals. I'm just saying. Yeah, and then the whole thing is I'm real damn consistent. I'm real consistent with what I do. Andrea, Miss Thompson, go ahead. I'm real consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm real consistent. But what I'm not going to do at 53 is, and with my life experience and my credentials, what's not going to happen is that you're not going to come in here with passive aggressive behavior and try to denigrate me and act like somehow or another what I'm saying is not valid or true. That's just not going to happen. Because most of the people in this comment section don't have the credentials to ask me or question me about anything. They just need to listen and decide what they're going to do with the information. And I'm not even being funny. The average American reads and comprehends on the 5th grade level. Any tips to growing on TikTok? Maybe using no business content to promote the business on the back end. Okay, so the thing about TikTok and business is that it's weird. And so most of the people whose businesses that are super successful on here, the business has a personality. The business has a personality. And this is one of the things that I teach about social media. Either you're going to have a personality on social media, and the people that are most successful have big personalities. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to get on here and be bored. For all of the shit that I talk, I'm not talking shit just randomly. Because if I got in here and was monotone and boring, y'all would just scroll to the next video. So there has to be a certain element of interestingness. You see what I'm saying? Of stickiness that make people scroll through your content and want to hear you. So the reason that I respond to passive aggressive behavior is aggressive behavior. The reason for that is because the shit is entertaining and funny. When you see it, you wish you could do it at work. But I'm doing it on TikTok. So you're like, yes. You see what I'm saying? When I hold people accountable and ask them the questions that you be thinking, like, ma'am, did you really think that you were in a relationship, Snapchatting and booty calling? When I say it, it's because it's what you're thinking. You see what I'm saying? But then I'm tough enough to take, you know, the bows and arrows that come along with it. They be like, oh, you can take it, but you can't dish it. No, ma'am, I'm blocking you because it's straight up entertainment. Okay? I'm the personality. Your business also has to be a personality. And so it's hard a lot of times for businesses to develop personalities. So if you follow Thompson Ferrier, he's a candle guy on here. He's always on here. His candles are super, super expensive. Okay, that's the personality that he pushes with his candles. They're not for you. So when people get on here and they're like, why it costs so much? He's like, you're not the target audience, and he's nice, but his brand has a very distinct personality. Most brands are boring and they don't have enough of a personality. Southern Elegance has a great personality, but my personality is so strong that I don't want to have competing I don't want to do or say. I keep Southern Elegance small because I'm so big, in other words, if that makes sense. So that was a long answer. I don't know who Jordan Peterson is. And our RXA Skin said you look pretty. That's a part of it. That's a part of being on TikTok. Hold on. Wi-Fi. And y'all know TikTok tripping. And so I think that TikTok is trying to... I'm about to hang up because I think I'm about to get reported. Let me go ahead and end this now.